time, there was a beautiful and very fair lady named Snow White. Her complexion is as white as her heart that many admire her, unlike her stepmother, the Queen. Snow White is getting married with her Prince Charming, but was posted because of her father's death, and so her stepmother took care of her. But Snow White did not know how envious the Queen was of her very fair complexion, for this made her the most beautiful in the land.
Oh, Snow White can be as white and fair as those flowers she's fair. Mirror! Mirror! Oh, mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all?
My beloved Queen, you have to try this new life.
Meanwhile, in the garden,
You are really as beautiful as those flowers you are picking, my dear Snow White.
Oh, Prince Charming, you're here. I'm so glad that you have visited me. How are you?
I'm feeling great, Snow White, and happy seeing you now. I just wanted to see how you are doing after what happened with your father.
I'm all right now. Thank you for worrying about me. But I feel better now that you are here and with the support of the Queen, who is greatly taking care of me. It must have been hard for her losing a husband. I can't imagine myself losing him in the future.
a little while, Prince Charming left Snow White to go back to their kingdom. Once again, he asked his father to prepare their wedding. But unknown to Prince Charming was what the Queen was about to do with his beloved Snow White. The Queen transformed herself into an old lady with her magical powers and went to Snow White to give the apple.
Oh, fair lady, can you help me find the way to the town? I am lost and I've forgotten the way. I was going to give these apples to my grandchild who loves them, but I ended up here.
I know the way, Grandma, but I can't go with you to the town, for my mother will get mad at me if I live in the castle. But you just have to walk straight into that road, and you will see a signage in the right corner. There it will lead.
That is all right, child. Thank you for telling me the way. As a gift, I want you to have these apples. Be sure to eat it as soon as possible, for it won't be as tastier as it is now.
Why, thank you, Grandma. I will surely eat this. Now you take care and bye.
The old lady left for the town. Snow White ate the apple, and she fell asleep. After a while, she was being wakened up by Prince Charming.
Lady, lady, are you alright? You have seemed to pass out in this garden.
Oh, Prince Charming, I'm all right. You are back so soon. But why are you here?
Now, that is a question I also want to ask you. How do you know my name? Where is Snow White, by the way?
I'm here. I'm Snow White. What is wrong with you? Why are you asking me those questions?
You are not Snow White. Please, lady, do not tell a lie. For I know Snow White more than anyone. You are not her.
It is me, Prince Charming. It is truly me. Why don't you believe me?
It is because Snow White is as fair as the flowers in the garden of snow itself. You are as dark as the soil.
The plan has come to pass. Surely by this time, the magic in the apple makes known the darkest of mighty ground. All powers and beauty are mine, only mine forever.
Snow White examined herself and could not believe what she saw. She tried to convince Prince Charming that it was her. They went then to the queen to ask for help, but the queen pretended to not believe her, and that Snow White just went to a far place to visit her aunt. The prince got mad at her for lying, and so she was asked to leave the palace.
What is wrong with me? What? What? What is wrong with me? Why don't they recognize me anymore?
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock. Knock, knock. Knock, knock. Knock, knock.
But no one answered. She saw the door was not locked, so she went inside and rested on the little chair and fell asleep.
Hi ho, I'm about to go home. Hi ho, I'm about to go home. Hi ho.
I think we'll have our door open. Look, look.
We did not leave it open. Doc made sure it's closed.
Now, Grumpy. Yes, we made sure we closed it. I wonder who opened it.
Happy looked inside the house, and the rest followed him, and they found the lady.
Oh, there's a lady inside our house. Maybe she'll cook delicious food for us.
But I don't know her. I just think she also likes to sleep.
Let's just wake up the lady and ask her name.
But maybe she doesn't want to be disturbed.
Wake up!
Wake up!
And the dwarf shook the sleeping lady. The lady was awake.
Who are you?
What is your name?
Oh, you also don't recognize me? It is me. It is truly me, Snow White, your friend.
No, you are not Snow White, dear.
Oh.
Snow White is as white as the flowers in the garden.
And so is your heart that you will not lie.
Don't you lie. Lady, don't pretend to be our friend. Leave our house.
Not even her friends believed her, and so she left the house. The princess met the dwarfs, and they talked about the pretending lady. Meanwhile, Snow White saw the old lady.
I'm sure that Prince Charming and Snow's little friends are in the house. Ha! They will never see again Snow White, my sweet dark apples. You truly made Snow White die.
The old lady transformed into the queen and left Snow White. Snow White saw the queen while hiding behind the bushes. She was shocked to learn that it was her stepmother who poisoned her. Snow White cried.
Oh no!
Then she continued to wander and try to live in the forest with the animals as her friends.
Mr. Deer, don't be afraid of me. You too, Mr. Bunny.
Snow White thought of a way so that the animals won't be afraid of her.
Come on, don't be afraid. It's all right.
As Snow White sings, her beautiful voice resounded and was heard in the house of the dwarfs. Prince Charming and the 7 dwarfs heard the beautiful voice and were sure that the song they heard was the song that Snow White would always sing whenever she is in her garden. They looked where the voice is coming from and ended up finding the lady who said that she was Snow White.
We
from Snow White. Prince Charming and the seven dwarfs saw the lady singing and patting the heads of the animals who listened to her happily. Prince Charming went to her.
That song. Snow White loves to sing that song. She also sings that song for her flowers and to the birds and other animals. Who really are you? Are you Snow White?
Yeah, I told you. Yeah, it is me, Prince Charming. It is me. Grumpy, soft, happy, dopey, bashful, all of the above. It is me. It was the apple that I ate from an old lady to turn me into like this. Please, please, please believe me. Please.
Snow White!
It really must be you.
I know.
We believe you.
I believe it's you, Snow White, is the only one who can sing that song beautifully and even make the animals listen to her happily. Your pure heart is showing whenever she sings.
Oh, Prince Charming, you are so charming. I'm a friend's God. Thank you for believing in me.
Then Snow White hugged the Prince Charming and the seven dwarfs. Then suddenly, Snow White's body glowed for a while, and her fair complexion returned.
Oh, you've returned to your normal complexion. Yeah, you are as white as the snow. And as fair as the flowers.
Oh yes, my complexion has returned. Oh my, I'm so happy, Prince Charming.
And so am I, my dear Snow White. But who is the old lady that gave you that apple?
It was the queen.
What?
She transformed herself into an old lady and gave me that apple.
You must then ask the queen herself about this.
They all went to the castle and confronted the queen. The queen was surprised that Snow White has returned her skin to its fair complexion. The queen knew then that she couldn't lie anymore, and so she said the whole truth to Snow White and her friends.
Snow White, will you forgive me?
Of course. Because you are my second mother that I love so much. And so did my father. I don't regret it.
The queen reflected upon her mistakes and was happy to have been forgiven. Snow White forgave her stepmother despite what happened to her, for she loves her so much. Without Prince Charming and the seven dwarfs believing and trusting her, Snow White might have never gotten back to her fair complexion. After a few weeks, Prince Charming and Snow White got married despite the postponement, and everyone was so happy for them.
Yay!